Today, we are deconstructing Flow, a Femtech app that has driven with 3 million downloads and hit over 2 million in revenue monthly. What's fascinating is how Flow has architected creative strategy built around empathy and insight. I analyzed over 80 of the top performing ads using an in-house AI engine, BruteForce.ai, which decodes creative signals and scale. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 big creative moves behind that creative strategy. The ones that make Flow's ad feel human and trusted and driving dramatic scale. Here's how we did it. Put every Flow ad into BruteForce AI that has emotional toning and a ton of other dimensions that contribute to conversion. And what came up were 5 big strategies, and that's what we're going to unpack now. Strategy number 1, lead with the uncomfortable. A lot of these ads start where a lot of politically correct brands might stop. They talk about perimenopause, how it actually feels. For instance, this ad talks about hormones during perimenopause. This ad talks about what the user's lived experience is like, listing real symptoms, hot flashes, brain fog, mood swings. And the idea is not to shock you. The idea is to normalize what their users are already feeling. When you're in a sensitive category, whether it's health, money, relationships, or sexuality, that is the move to lead with honesty and speak to the uncomfortable truth that their users may be actually facing in their lived experience. For instance, for a finance product, you could talk about the money stress or spending guilt. For productivity products, you could talk about burnout or procrastination, the embarrassment that a user feels. For EdTech apps, talk about confusion, self-doubt, and embarrassment that a user feels when they think of not knowing something. Whatever your vertical, start with the truth that people are uncomfortable talking about. Strategy number 2, focus on a feeling of ease and simplicity that your product enables. You can see a lot of these ads talk about how the product makes them feel. They feel in tune, they feel at ease, they feel comfortable. And these ads emphasize that what users need is not facts. They need clarity and simplicity. And this is an approach that you can adapt to any other vertical. For tech or SaaS, you can lead with clarity and simplicity rather than data overload or jargon. For EdTech apps, you can focus on the aha moment. For fitness or wellness, you can talk about how your body can feel a certain way. Strategy number 3, speak from the user's first-person experience, from their lived experience. You'll see a lot of testimonial style ads here that talk about what the users felt from a first-person perspective, why I did it, how I felt. And that feels a lot more honest. When in doubt, just use the word I a lot more in your ads. How do you adapt this approach to other verticals? For finance, you can talk about how real users took control of their money rather than talk about features. For productivity products, let users describe what changed in their workday. For EdTech, let users talk about their first success. And do it all from an I perspective, from a first-person perspective. Strategy number 4, make reassurance outcomes, especially in sensitive or taboo verticals like Femtech or sex tech. You want to normalize how a user is feeling, and you want to normalize the product that you're selling. It's not about urgency, about reassurance, and say you're okay, and it's okay to feel what you're doing, and it's okay to feel what you're feeling. This video talks about panicking. This one talks about empowerment. And really the lesson here is not so much to tell the user that they have to take control and go crazy. Idea is to tell a user and communicate that they're doing enough and they're fine, they're okay. And when you reassure the users, you lower their defenses, you make it safe to stay and listen. And this is also something you can approach to, and this is also something that you can use in any other vertical. For finance, you can replace shame with calm by saying, you're not bad with money. You just need clarity. For productivity, offer grace. You see, you don't need to do more. In wellness, you talk about rest and why that's important. Whatever the product is, your users want to hear that they are okay. Strategy number 5, emphasize privacy. And this is so critical for products in sensitive verticals. Users are very, very sensitive. Users want to keep their privacy, and you want to underscore that privacy is very emotional, and that is something that the product takes very seriously. And this gives the users permission to be honest, and honesty unlocks action, change in the users, which is why it's so important to make safety a big part of the story, not just fine print. And if you want to see our complete analysis, I'll link the document below. It's a great reference if you're working in a trust-based category or a sensitive one. So here's a quick summary of the big strategies that you can learn from Flow. Number one, speak to the taboo, uncomfortable truths. Number two, focus on simplicity and ease of how people feel. Number three, emphasize first-person testimonials. Number four, make reassurance an outcome. Number five, make safety a part of the story. These are the strategies that allow products in sensitive verticals to earn trust without overselling. If this is helpful, grab the detailed deconstruction below and subscribe for more breakdowns like this.